Hi, welcome to another episode of Real Gold, where we discuss classic films, their relevance and importance, and whether they deserve the awards that they receive. I am your host, Matt Duffy. Today, I'm going to be talking about the 1973 film Paper Moon, directed by Peter Bogdanovich and starring father-daughter duo Ryan and Tatum O'Neal. Paper Moon is not only known as just a classic film, but it is also the last of three highly acclaimed films in a row done by director Peter Bogdanovich, as well as being a star vehicle for its child actor, Tatum O'Neal, who at the age of 10 won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for this film, becoming the youngest person ever to win a competitive Oscar. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the film, the production of the film, and then the Best Supporting Actress race that Tatum won, beating out her fellow co-star Madeline Kahn, and then a little wrap up on where are our stars now. So, let's dive in. Con artist Moses Prey escorts 9-year-old orphan Addie Loggins to her aunt's house in Missouri. Along the way, Addie learns the tricks of the trade from the man who may or may not be her father, and they form a partnership, conning their way through Great Depression, Kansas. The film stars Ryan O'Neal as Moses Prey, Tatum O'Neal as Addie Loggins, with a supporting performance from Madeline Kahn, who plays Trixie Delight, a carnival dancer who is infatuated with Moses. Paper Moon is a delight of a film. It is funny and it is serious all at the same time. It is poignant, but at the same time, it's not too mushy. Alvin Sargent does a great job with the screenplay, but what I think was the best part were the performances. Ryan O'Neal gives an excellent performance, and Tatum O'Neal just steals the show. She is blunt and honest and quick-witted. She's like the anti-Shirley Temple, with her raspy voice and her argumentative answers, but at the same time, she has moments of tenderness and nuance. And then you have Madeline Kahn, who steals the scenes with her supporting performance, which we'll get into in a bit. But her monologue on the Hill is Tennessee Williams worthy. She's funny, she's desperate, she's angry and honest, and she was a delight to watch. Also, the pairing of Ryan and Tatum really gives you that father-daughter natural chemistry that they have. And those scenes where the two of them are just so fun to watch, which adds elements and layers to the film.
Where I got scruples too, you know. You know what that is, scruples?
No, I don't know what it is, but if you got them, sure bet they belong to somebody else.
If I had to pick my one scene or my one shot, I mean, there's so many great scenes. There's the I want my $200 scene.
If you don't give me my $200, I'm going to tell a policeman how you got it. He'll make you give it to me because it's mine.
Or the monologue Madeline Kahn does.
You're going to ruin it, ain't you?
But I think I'd have to go with the car scene where Moses and Addie are fighting. And I'll tell you a little backstory about this scene. It was done in one take in the car, and they had a mile to drive. But Tatum O'Neal was prone to flubbing her lines a bit. So every time that she messed up, they would have to stop the car, turn all the way around, and reset up again. The scene took 2 days and 39 takes to complete. But it is one of the best scenes ever. Just the looks that they give each other and the quick-witted responses that they say to each other are just perfect. Definitely check it out.
If we were running out of Bibles, you should have told me we were running out of Bibles.
Well, we're running out of Bibles.
Well, then we gotta get new ones.
And let's get new ones.
We can fix them up in Great Bend.
Great Ben's the other way.
Well, we gotta have Bibles, don't we?
So Paper Moon is based off of the book Addie Prey by Joe David Brown. And Paramount originally slated to do the film with director John Huston and acclaimed actor Paul Newman and his daughter Nell Potts. John Huston pulled out, and then the Newmans eventually pulled out. Enter Peter Bogdanovich. Peter Bogdanovich is riding the high off his film What's Up, Doc, starring Ryan O'Neal and Barbra Streisand. He is already riding the high off his 1971 film The Last Picture Show. So he's looking for his next project. His ex-wife, Polly Platt, at the time was also a creative consultant of his, who would serve as the production designer on this film, as well as when she did it on What's Up, Doc, encouraged him to do this film. He's the father of 2 daughters, so he understands the father-daughter narrative, as well as the fact that Peter likes period pieces. So it was a win-win. Polly is also the one who suggests moving the location of the film from the rural South to the Midwest, and most importantly, she's also the one that recommends Peter cast Tatum O'Neal as Addie. Tatum O'Neal is the first child of actors Joanna Moore and Ryan O'Neal. Ryan got his start as a boxer and then moved up to bit parts in TV, ultimately getting success in the primetime soap opera Peyton Place in the 1960s, and then making his way to stardom in the film Love Story, where he was nominated for an Oscar. At the time, Tatum and her brother Griffin have recently left the custody of their mother due to her addiction and are living with Ryan. When Peter meets Tatum, he's infatuated with her and and takes the suggestion to cast her in the film, along with Ryan. However, he hits a bit of a snag because Paramount executive at the time, Bob Evans, refuses to cast Ryan O'Neal in the film because allegedly he's still mad at Ryan for having an affair with his wife, Ally McGraw. Peter says, "Bob, I have a hit in the top 10 called What's Up Doc with Ryan O'Neal. How do you explain to your shareholders that you won't do a picture with this megastar? How do you argue with that?" So Ryan and Tatum were cast in the lead parts. Ryan also thought this would be a great idea for Tatum, who was struggling to adapt to her new environment, as well as a way to bond with his daughter. He says in a People magazine article, "This was the first opportunity to try to channel her energy and mind into something constructive and give her what she never had enough of, love." One fun fact about this film is that Peter Bogdanovich didn't like the title Addie Pray. So he was inspired to change to the name Paper Moon after the song It's Only a Paper Moon. When he told his friend and famed director Orson Welles about the decision to change the name, Orson said, "The title is so good, you shouldn't even make the picture. You should just release the title." So the film was made on a budget of $2.5 million, and it was a success. It made about $30 million and was number 8 in the top films of 1973. The film also garnered mostly positive reviews. One standout includes from Roger Ebert. "Bogdanovich takes the con games only as the experience which his two lead characters share and which draws them together in a way that's funny sometimes, but also very poignant and finally deeply touching. Tatum O'Neal creates a character out of thin air, makes us watch her every moment, and literally makes the movie work." At the 31st Golden Globe Awards, the film is nominated for 5 awards, including Best Motion Picture, Comedy or Musical, Best Lead Actor and Lead Actress in a Comedy Musical for Ryan and Tatum O'Neal, Best Supporting Actress for Madeline Kahn, and Best Director for Peter Bogdanovich. It didn't win any of those, but Tatum O'Neal wins Most Promising Female Newcomer. And at the 46th Academy Awards, it is nominated for 4 awards. Best Sound, Best Adapted Screenplay for Alvin Sargent, and then 2 in the Best Supporting Actress category for Madeline Kahn and Tatum O'Neal. Now, Ryan O'Neal was snubbed from the Oscars, and unfortunately that took a toll on his relationship with Tatum. In her memoir, A Paper Life, Tatum writes, "In the press, he played the doting father, but in his eyes, I read the truth. Deep resentment that his own brilliant performance was being dismissed." In her memoir, Tatum says that she was visiting her dad in London on the set of Barry Lyndon, and she doesn't remember her discovery about the nomination, but her friend Vivian Kubrick says at the time, Ryan was so upset about his snub and Tatum's nomination that allegedly he socked her. Tatum had blocked this memory out.
Tatum O'Neal.
Tatum O'Neal and Madeline Kahn are nominated in the Best Supporting Actress category alongside Linda Blair in The Exorcist, Candy Clark in American Graffiti, and Sylvia Sidney in Summer Wishes, Winter Dreams. Now, there's a lot of questions surrounding Tatum's nomination in the Best Supporting Actress category. Peter Bogdanovich is even quoted with saying, "I don't know how Madeline Kahn, who's on screen for maybe 18 minutes, can be up against Tatum, who's in 100 of the 103 minutes of the film. Why is she in the Best Supporting Actress category?" At the time, if you were a child actor, even if you were a lead character, most times for campaign purposes, you were relegated to the supporting category. The same can be said even nowadays. In 2010, Haley Steinfeld was nominated in the Best Supporting Actress category for True Grit, even though she's Maddie Ross. But in 2012, Quvenzhané Wallis was nominated for Beast of the Southern Wild in the Best Actress category. So nowadays, things have changed, but kind of the same. Sylvia Sidney, this was her first and only nomination. She was a veteran actress, but she didn't really have a shot in hell. Candy Clark is a newcomer. Linda Blair won the Golden Globe, but there was a lot of controversy surrounding her role and how much of it was actually her, Linda Blair. And it was discovered that she didn't do the voice of the possessed demon. It was actually Academy Award winner Mercedes McCambridge who demanded credit. Now, if Tatum was nominated in the Best Actress category, I don't think she would have beat Glenda Jackson in A Touch of Class. She definitely would have been nominated, though. And if I had to guess, she probably would have taken Joanne Woodward's slot. But ultimately, Tatum won. And she is the youngest person ever to win a competitive Oscar at the age of 10.
All I really want to thank is my director, Peter Bogdanovich, and my father. Thank you.
Unfortunately, neither of her parents were in attendance. Tatum is the best out of the five. She is funny, she is quick, she is emotional, she is nuanced, and you have to give credit where credit is due. And I 100% would give it to Tatum. If Tatum was nominated, I give it to Madeline Kahn. So now, where are our three major players now? Peter Bogdanovich. Paper Moon would be the last of his hat trick. Following the film, he would have a string of flops. And while he would have some hits, like the 1985 film Mask and the 2001 film The Cat's Meow, he is also a famed film historian and would go on to even act in The Sopranos, and recently did a collaboration with Turner Classic Movies for their podcast The Plot Thickens, in which season 1 is all about him, his life, and his work. Ryan O'Neal, following this, would have a string of hits and misses, but he was steadily working. Now he is probably most well known for his family drama in the gossip columns, as well as the tabloids relishing in his relationship with actress Farrah Fawcett up until her death in 2009. Tatum would go on to be a big child star in the 1970s. She would star in The Bad News Bears, Nickelodeon with her father and Peter Bogdanovich, as well as Little Darlings. She was the epitome of a star in the 70s. She was going out to Studio 54. She was friends with Cher. She even dated Michael Jackson. In the 80s, she would marry famed tennis player John McEnroe and have children. Unfortunately, throughout her life, she would suffer from addiction problems as well as abuse. And while she remained estranged from her father for a long period of time, they have recently reconciled. And in a recent Instagram picture, she posted a picture of her father and her 3 children together. And it was very heartwarming to see, especially hearing about the tumultuous relationship that they have had. Despite all this drama, I highly recommend you guys watch Paper Moon. It is full of comedy and drama and has excellent performances from great actors and an awesome director. So definitely check it out. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit like, click subscribe, comment, share it with your friends. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm at MattDuffy33. I had a great time making this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys soon with a new video.